Hey guys, it's Thursday, September 7th, 2017. This is the Daily Mix TV. Does Dave & Buster's have a problem? The entertainment and casual dining operator has cited that casual dining headwinds and competition is the rationale for them lowering their guidance in sales a full percentage point for this year. Steve King, who's Dave & Buster's CEO, said that there were three factors that led the company to reduce its outlook, led by, quote, a casual dining environment that seems to have been progressively worse over the summer. While D&B's differentiated experience across our four platforms, Eat, Drink, Play, and Watch, has provided us with a meaningful degree of separation from casual dining over the past several years, we are certainly not immune to the macro trends around us. In addition, King told analysts on a conference call that the brand was seeing more competition from entertainment brands like Main Event, which opened 5 stores in the quarter in existing Dave & Buster's markets, and Topgolf, which has seen explosive popularity, opened in 2 competing Dave & Buster's markets as well. The CEO also said that they are taking steps to reignite their food and beverage sales. They began pushing their Eat and Play combo promotion on national television.
It's the Eat and Play combo only at Dave & Buster's. Starting at $17.99, get a $10 game card and your choice of 17 apps or entrees. Eat and play all under one roof. You can't beat that. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Now, the company has offered this combo for more than 10 years, but the value messaging is being resurrected. As an operator and marketer, it's your responsibility to everybody, including your shareholders, frankly, to make sure you understand what's going on in the economy with trend forecasting, pop culture, and certainly consumer confidence as a whole. So Dave & Buster's has obviously taken a look at, okay, casual dining is going down. Entertainment is starting to go down and suffer. So we need to make sure that we are basically pivoting our promotions to ensure on capitalizing on a value proposition. Dave & Buster's is also running an all-you-can-eat wings promotion for the first 6 Sunday, Monday, and Thursday games in the NFL season for $19.99. Now, that's a very smart move. In terms of the Eat and Play combo, it's a decade old. If they're resurrecting the messaging around it, they need to do more than that in terms of their outreach protocols. So they need to target a younger audience through social. They need to compound that with Gen X and certainly older millennial targets to get those families in the door. For the NFL season issue, in terms of the all-you-can-eat wings promotion, that's very smart. $20, you can all-you-can-eat wings. You can bring the kids. They can play games. You can watch the football game. That's a smart move. Now, not all is bad in the land of arcade food and beverage. With real estate developers looking for entertainment-based options more and more, especially at malls, Dave & Buster's is said that they are expected to open 14 new locations this year ahead of the 12 it projected earlier. Dave & Buster's Entertainment opened their first venue in 1982 and currently owns and operates 100 locations in 34 states and Canada. Now, beauty and fragrance company Coty is growing its fragrance portfolio with a new scent from Katy Perry. It asks consumers to be, quote, different together. The fragrance, Katy Perry's Indie, has launched exclusively at Walgreens and Walgreens.com. Coty stated that they really are taking a completely new approach for a celebrity fragrance with the brand's message of individuality, as well as the company's core philosophy of celebrating and liberating the diversity of beauty. In other words, the fragrance is supposed to be about promoting inclusivity and the idea of being different together. Now, that's something that Walgreens is hoping to capitalize on. Look, I love Katy Perry, but in my opinion, this is a miss. First of all, fragrance is one of the most personal and subjective consumer products on the market today. Typically, it's either the packaging, a celebrity, or the juice that draws people in. I've launched a lot of fragrances in my career, and when you look at what the trends are and what happens, most of it is flavor driven, and the packaging has got to be rock star. It's all about the packaging in beauty. But in terms of juice, if you're not following a flavor trend or creating a new trend, you got a problem on your hands. And a simple message of diversity amongst a very crowded field of similar messages from various brands in a myriad of product categories is not enough of a differentiator to draw. And while Katy is incredibly talented and very popular, I'm not sure her performances of late, such as what as hosting the VMAs, I'm not sure that's going to be enough to drive the amount of sales they're projecting. Plus, in my opinion, the exclusivity with Walgreens is a miss. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a chain drug retailer like Walgreens because, frankly, you're not a focus for them. And unless Katy Perry is going to be doing appearances and pop-up performances to support it, I have which historically has never been done for chain drug, I have a feeling that outside of that, this is a bottle that's destined for the clearance bin. The other issue is, and I love Coty, I've worked with them, I've launched a number of fragrances that they later acquired. I just don't know what piece of research they've been looking at that really led them to believe this was a good path. It's unusual for them because they're very successful and an incredibly smart marketer. The fragrance is available in 1 and 1.7 ounce bottles for $24.99 and $45 respectively. So is there a secret agent that's going to be joining the ranks in Cupertino or in Seattle?
Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Apple and Amazon are taking their efforts in entertainment very seriously. The tech giants have entered the Bond 25 bidding fray, throwing their hats in the ring alongside the likes of Warner Brothers and Fox for film distribution rights, according to a story in The Hollywood Reporter. Analysts have also stated that perhaps the tech giants view Bond as one of the last untapped brands that could act as a game changer in the content space. Given that, and certainly Apple's $1 billion trust fund that they've put together to go after entertainment, they're all willing to shell out massive amounts of money to control a franchise whose value could be between $2 and $5 billion. Now, I say could be because historically the franchise has focused more on films rather than cross-development into television, licensed product, and other forms of entertainment and media. Now, if any of the players involved do get their hands on it, you can be sure to look out for official licensed Bond merchandise to hit the market ahead of the next film, which stars Daniel Craig returning to play the legendary agent, bowing in November of 2019. We all know how much of a fan of James Bond I am, and certainly the franchise. I agree that it is one of the most untapped properties out there. Given their product placement and product integration, perhaps what you're going to start to see, and this is the most likely outcome, if one of these guys gets involved, you're going to start seeing official James Bond watches instead of it just being a watch that was featured in the film. It's going to be featured in the film and sold as a Bond watch. The same with liquor, the same with cars, the same with clothing. The possibilities really are limitless when you're talking about a legendary franchise, certainly one as iconic as James Bond. Toys R Us is weighing a possible bankruptcy in an effort to restructure $400 million of debt. Like other retailers, the toy store is struggling as consumers' buying patterns have changed. Big box retailers like Target and Walmart have also eaten away at Toys R Us's market share. Now, the move does come at a very strange time, just before the holiday season when the retailer does most of its sales. Now, again, a lot of people have cited the Amazon effect as driving this notion of the failure or the fall of retail. Have they had some impact? For sure, there's no argument there. But it isn't the be-all, end-all reason why retail is having such a hard time. Operators and marketers have continued to fail to innovate and give consumers a reason to believe to come in store versus shopping from the comfort of their homes. If they had gotten out ahead of this, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, we wouldn't be in the same quagmire we are now with respect to doors closing, layoffs, all of those kinds of things. It's time to change, folks, and there are some marketers and retail operators that are affecting change, but it's not enough on a mass scale to fend off the comfortability of ordering from your own home. I love this. For a Throwback Thursday, do you guys remember those cuddly little Care Bears in the 80s that children across the globe clamored for? Well, guess what? They're back. In these trying times of superstorms, threats from foreign nations like North Korea, a softening economy, and frankly, a lack of the appropriate governance across both sides of the aisle, sometimes it feels like you just need a hug. Well, luckily, Care Bears are back to serve just that purpose. The furry little friends that lined the shelves in the 80s are marking their 35th anniversary with a set of limited edition bears ready to cuddle and hug your concerns away. The bears go on sale today for just $5 a pop at holler.com. Talk about a cheap way to get therapy and a throwback to your childhood. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. We would love to hear from you, so please email us at thedailymixtv@gmail.com. Have a great rest of your Thursday, guys. Tomorrow's Friday, so the weekend's almost here. We'll catch you then.